Hi, we are live. It is Thursday and I haven't been on all week, but I thought I'd take this special time to introduce the guru of natural hair, the science, what he likes to talk about. We've been on a couple of interviews before, and I thought, on this show, we'll bring the best of the best. Because you know me, I'm a no nonsense. Like let's hear it from people who understand hair, who knows about hair. So let me introduce, as you can see, Maurice Roots as he's getting ready to open his salons. Maurice, say hello to the people.
Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome.
Okay.
Thanks for having me,
Yes. Oh gosh. We've
Miss Verona White.
yes. He's at the moment. You know what? I'm. Let me tell them because you might get distracted in and out because he's right outside his salon. We're gonna just be honest.
Floyd, yeah.
It's 4th of
I mean,
July.
two days countdown after 3 months.
We're lucky. We just grabbed you. So tell them how many salons it's not just the one. How many salons have you got, Maris?
Yeah, well, we on 4 at the moment.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Right now we in the Fulham branch trying to make our customers safe and our staff safe because it has something out there killing me. So we eager to really the safety is a priority for us.
Yeah.
So we actually went to town. We ripped the salons, all 4 of them out.
Oh, Maris.
And literally we fitted it because you don't know what would have happened before the whole. Do you understand?
That's right. Yeah.
So what we done, we rip everything all out, paint everything all over, disinfect everything, all the chairs, tear them apart because we had the time. You know?
Okay. Yes. So that's
right.
We can't deny we're coming from 43,000 people in England whose lives are gone. And us as hairdressers, we don't want to take any chance at all. Because they say that black people are more prone to get it. I don't believe that. I just think that people are just on the front line, and it just happens to be our culture in it. But we can't take any chance. So that's like a really good thing that you're doing. Okay, so Maurice, can you just tell them a little bit about you? And I know I'm conscious of your time and everything like that, and we're going to go on, but the interview is going to be on all week, so don't worry about we'll just flow. So just tell them a little bit about you and why I've called you. For the we've got like nearly 6,000 women here from South Africa, America, Grenada, Jamaica, New York, Canada, all over. So people just join because they want either their locks, their natural hair, and scalp done. So just tell them a little bit about you, where you started and everything.
Well, I mean, originally, I started on my own here, right? Back in the days of Jazzy B.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
I had a funky dread back in the 80s.
Funky dread, yes.
Funky dread, yeah. So we used to have like GIs and thing before, and then back in Trinidad, we just funk it out.
Right,
and from there, because my brother was a bobo man and his locks was like terrible, you know how it was.
That big thick ones.
Yeah, no, but it was skin because he used to use ratchet, what they call in Grenada, cochineal, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so he used to use ratchet and bacano. It's a bacano leaf because it's quite slimy, right?
Okay, yes.
Right, and so we used to the minute you put the leaf in water, it gives a slime.
Oh.
And it's very, very, very healthy. And they used to wash their hair with it and just shake it. So when you shake it out, it used to give you that kind of little spike, like little curls, like, right?
Okay.
And
Wow.
from there, they would take the hand and just twist it. That's the natural Rasta man way. You
Rasta.
understand?
Natural.
Rasta. Yeah, natural. So they wouldn't even have use no comb and all them things, all that fancy thing which is happening now. Nah,
Yeah.
it was just a shake and twist.
Just
You
shake.
understand?
So is that why
Yeah.
them stuck together, and then some people they have long, but them have thick, and just because they haven't pulled it apart or anything.
Well, once you start your locks
Yeah.
shaking,
Yeah.
right? It don't initially stick, Sticking comes from after the hair actually matted.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand?
They will have
So
to
so
bind together.
yeah. So unless you mat them together with like rubber bands or whatever. Some guys used to use beeswax back in the days. But what
Oh,
used to happen, they
days.
used to find that used to rotten your hair.
Yes.
It,
Yes.
it used to rotten it over a period of time, right?
Right.
But what used to happen, they used to mix it with lanolin and white Vaseline. That's
Oh,
back in them times,
yes.
you know?
Yes. Oh my God. That's what you
Yeah.
just didn't know. Because I remember when
Yeah.
I didn't know, and they said, yeah, use beeswax, all this thick thing. Oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
until you
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. So
right,
I knew all about the don'ts, but
right,
because we were a generation, like born in the 70s, coming up, right?
right.
We were quite young, but so we were into funk. We were into like Run DMC and all that kind of culture. And then
Okay,
when Jazzy B and them came with that kind of funky dread, we wanted to jump on it. So they used to call we after man,
right.
always after men. You understand?
Yes,
So
yes.
because we were like 15, 16 in them times. You know what I mean?
So, Marius,
So
hold on. Wait. Because I was born in 1969. Like, you're scaring me now. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking you're much younger than me, much younger. And you're
yeah,
talking,
yeah, yeah. I was born in the 70s.
oh wow. Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Gosh.
yeah, yeah. I was born in the 70s. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I mean now, because like Morris Root Salon is 20 years old,
Okay,
right?
yes. Yeah.
So I started literally in my 20s with the
Right.
salons.
Young.
So people up to today, when they hear about it, because people were raised, because when I started, it was only about five of us literally doing locks in the UK. It was like Back to Eden, which is the foundation,
Oh, so
right?
is that back to Eden? Is that you?
No. Back to Eden was Cynthia. She was
Yeah.
Cynthia. Yeah, but she started in New Cross, and I think it had a fire, and then she moved. Yeah,
Yeah.
she moved to Westmoreland Road in Camberwell,
Right. Okay. Yes.
right? But she's a Rasta, and she
Okay.
was doing and I mean I think she's still there. So I've got to give enough respect to her and the journey that she brought. But she was doing locks from a Rasta perspective. Do you
Right.
understand? So and then it was purely natural. That's Anastasia from East
Oh, we love
London.
Anastasia. Yeah, she's been.
Yeah, that's my good friend. And
Yes.
then and then you had Donna Baca
Right.
in
Okay.
yeah, and then you had a woman I remember called Pinky,
Pinky. Yeah, I remember this Pinky.
right,
Yeah.
right, and then you had two sisters in
Uh-huh.
Lewisham called called
Okay.
called From the Root,
Right. Okay.
right,
I'm a
and
band.
and and right,
I'm.
and then you had Adornment
Uh-huh.
where they were doing all of the shows and bringing the whole natural and cultural aspects, all the live shows and things together. So
Right.
that was it. It had nobody else that I knew about.
Touch around, so people didn't know.
Right.
People went to all of you because, like, as I say, I'm originally from Birmingham, and I spent like 24 years, I'm still in London, but kind of, doing a little transition. So when I came to London, I just heard about Morris Roots. Morris Roots. I knew Anastasia through, my friends, and then the Pinky and all that. So, a lot of people I talk to, especially coming on, Sherry Dixon's on here, I think, saying that you started their Locs, and your sister, and you've trained everybody. So you're kind of the guy to go to, and it's not just about doing the Locs, because a lot of people do Locs, but they don't understand about the Locs, because we have like different types of Locs. Like we have the interlocking, and then we have the twist, and then they have the strand twist. So I mean, in your perspective, do you do everything in with Locs, with interlocking and the two strand, or is there certain Locs that methods you won't do?
No, well, I do everything except Sister Locs, because I pay that respect to Dr. Cornwall, Joanne Cornwall, yeah?
Yeah.
So we do everything else. Now, the thing about it, what people need to understand is that it don't have no all different type of Locs. It have one type of Locs, but with different techniques in order to achieve it, right?
Yes.
So you've got the one strand twist, where you can either, I mentioned the traditional way where you just shake your head and just twist it with your hand.
Go on.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've seen people now using like a towel to roll it in order to achieve it.
And
right? Right? Or you could use a comb. You could use a comb, which I am the one who actually brought forward that in the UK. You know what I mean? Because I actually Sherry done a 5-page spread with me back in 2002. Back in 2000, yeah. When she was editor of Pride magazine, she actually introduced me. She introduced Morris Roots to London, really, with the technique of using the comb, because I was actually called all kind of names for starting Locs with comb.
Oh, so
you understand?
What kind of business is that?
Right. So yeah. So Rastaman checking to bundong my salon, all kind of thing,
Oh my God.
You understand?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, because in them.
Oh my God!
In them times, right? It had we coming from a kind of post, like the heat of Capleton, the Bobo world, because it's Capleton, Sizzler, Bourgeois. You understand what I'm saying to you? That whole culture was that whole Bobo world, and then it was coming into that neo soul with Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill and India Irie, and you understand what I'm saying to you?
The nerve there, like we just want the natural lights, like you don't do your beard and things like that, but people but they wanted a groomed look. Right.
Because I was coming from that kind of fashion thing from home. Do you understand? So we wanted, my Locs was thin and black, because I used to always dye. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
So people seeing that's when I'd already grown it out on the sides and things. So it was nice and full. So like so when I started doing Locs back in 95, 96, you find that people used to come in the barber shop and get their Locs done.
Right.
But I used to twist it with a comb, right? And then fade the sides, and line it up, and you know what I mean, and that kind of thing. It's only when Vampire in Brooklyn came out with Eddie Murphy and Angela Bassett, right? I think that was in 97, is when people started coming. And then when Lauryn Hill and the Fugees launch,
then
right,
I can have a style with my Locs.
That's right. So you had like Carol Pike and Day,
right?
Who I used to meet a lot of them in Brixton. In the Brixton, it had a nice little joint up there where people used to hang out on Acre Lane. And we used to be hanging out there, and a couple of them used to be getting cards and things from me. Malika as well, Booker.
Okay, yeah.
It was more people who was in arts.
Right, yeah, because they wanted that kind of funky look. When you talk about Jazzy B, then I loved his style, and there was it Karen Wheeler?
Karen Wheeler, yeah.
Yes, Karen Wheeler. I just like that kind of look, and Lauren Hill, like her locks was like out of this world.
Well,
Like
she put the sexiness into it. I think
with
women,
the makeup and that,
yeah, yeah.
like woo.
Karen Wheeler was the 80s,
Yes,
and
yeah,
then right,
yeah,
and then you had Lauren Hill in the 90s. You
yes.
understand?
And she kind of set the trend as well
She
for
set the trend, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Because Erica Badu hair was like more Erica Bu, Erica Badu never really motivated women on the Locs journey, as
yeah.
far as I'm concerned, as much as Lauren Hill did.
I think yeah, Lauren Hill. She like
Yeah,
I look at her. I would definitely thinking because she had still the groomed look, but then her
yeah. She put the beauty and sexiness into Locs.
yes, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, she
So
had the mini skirt. She had the mini skirt on. You
yeah,
know,
and
sort
then
of
when
pretty face.
like this,
You
yeah,
understand? Yeah, yeah. So most women will come into me asking me they want their hair to look like Lauren's hair.
right, okay, and that's what it is with even natural hair now because a lot of women, obviously it is a lot more prevalent now. People having natural hair, and some people thinking, well, oh, I can't wear it because it doesn't look groomed enough. And the way I tell people is, when you're going natural, you got to remember it's you. It's either you look in the mirror, you don't like yourself, but you got to get used to it and introduce the world to you. Because they're thinking, well, oh, well, I wear my wig, but I wear my hair on. I say people that say lockdown hair, and I find it offensive because I'm thinking, well, you obviously don't like yourself if you can't look in the mirror, but you've got to have it a way where you can accept yourself and say, right, this is me. So I think that's how Lauren Hill done it with the locks kind of thing. But I love the locks. I wouldn't, I done one lock, thinking if I would do it, maybe later on. But I love my natural hair. Love natural before, because I do wigs. Like I go to China, to India to teach them, like on a professional thing. But then I found out that the more I looked at us, it's kind of like this straight hair. We're kind of looking to the other man and saying, I wish I was like you. Even though we say it's easier to manage, and I'm not against weeds or anything like that. But again, coming back to Lauren Hill, is the acceptance to still look good, still look sexy, still look beautiful, and have the look. So have you found that a lot of people are more locksing up since like the whole natural movement as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, just the proof of that is that there's no more than it's no longer 5. Because I would have trained over 50 to 60 people directly or indirectly within my salons.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And out of those 50 to 60 would have also trained other people as they have moved on.
Yeah, there's a change.
You know what I mean? So and that's just me. Much less for the likes of the rest of other people, like, right, you understand what I'm saying? The other people who would have sprung up outside of the 5 names that I gave you earlier on. And then other people who would have learned from other people. So right now you probably have about, I'm sure, over 500 people who are doing locks in the UK.
That's
right.
Yeah.
And natural, and it's still early days, because I think and this is what I've always seen. I mean, from 20 years ago, I always used to, because my parents, my mom and my grandmother, and they were always natural most of the times, right?
Okay. Yes, yeah.
So their hair was always plaited. I mean, in the end, my mom ended up locking.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I convinced her, because I used to, she lived in New York and died in New York, but I convinced her for me to come, if she wants to see me, I will come and do her hair for her. So I used to fly New York like once a month.
So you're blackmailed there, basically.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? Because you see, I'm in love with my mom. I'm in love with the black woman. I'm in love. I worship the black woman as my goddess. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've raised.
You know what I mean? That's why
No,
my brother was saying that we need to respect. You know, people should respect women more because everything is from us. You know, so
yeah, I mean, I owe everything. I mean, no disrespect to people who believe in Christianity, but I owe everything to the woman, to my mother. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So that's my first that's my first prayer. That's
yeah,
my first prayer because I don't know anything else other than what I've been told,
yeah.
right? But
Forget,
I know my mom. I know my mom. I know my grandmother. I know my mom. So my honor is to them
yeah,
first. Do you
yeah,
understand what I'm saying to you? So she's fed me, she's clothed me, she's given me life. So I cannot in
yeah,
no way or no form, and
yeah,
that's my measurement of that's my measurement of
yeah.
that's my religion basically. Do you
Yeah,
understand? And so I think with the locks now, it was important for me to extend the knowledge of locking hair onto her,
right.
right?
That's
And
it.
then and then after, like, just because I wanted to see her,
Mm-hmm.
um I would go and literally fly
Okay,
to New York and do her hair, right?
beautiful.
Or,
That,
although my sister is a loctician and she has a shop in New York,
yeah,
right? I
that's
would.
more connection with your mom, kind of
That's
like.
right. That's
Yeah,
right. That's right. I wanted to be that person
yes,
doing my mom's hair. Do you
yeah.
understand what I'm trying to say to you? You
And
know
there's
what
a
I mean?
love with mother and son. I mean, I have five brothers, and my mom, she's passed away about 8 years ago, but still to this day, I mean, she raised them as a single mom, and all now they're like, gosh, mom, 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 So I get it, you know what I mean? I mean, it's moms are everything. So let's say hello to a couple of people that are actually here. We have Hazel, our friend Hazel. Oh my goodness, we love you, Hazel. And we've got Shelly and Iola and Laura on there. There's some other people, but I can't. Say hi if you're there talking to Morris. Morris, I could talk to you all day because I think we're both equally. Next year will be my 30th year in hairdressing, but I'm so passionate about the science. So let's talk about products now and products with um, natural hair. You've got like a hair product line, and I see that you've got like tonics, aloe vera, kiwi, marzipan, orange, and things. Tell us a little bit about your tonics, and is it specifically for um, locks, or can people with loose natural hair wear it?
Well. I mean, first and foremost, it was designed for natural hair,
Okay,
right?
yes.
Because one of the things I need to clarify with a lot of the natural hair and locks people, that locks is natural hair,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, yeah. What
Right.
are
So
loose natural hair and locked hair?
yeah,
Yeah,
but you see for me, there isn't a distinction,
right.
right? Because
Okay.
because 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 when the hair is literally dead. If you
Yeah.
understand how hair grows,
After
right?
it comes out to the root, it's dead.
Right, exactly. The minute it oxidizes, it
Yes.
dead. Do you understand? So then we create products for
Mhm.
two reasons,
Right.
right? For moisturization,
Yes.
right? And for cleansing,
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? So what you do, you would moisturize the root and you
Yeah.
will cleanse the root.
Right.
Now that could once you are internally clean,
Uh-huh.
right? And you are stress free and all of that, your hair grow beautifully.
Yeah.
Unless you've got some sort of some sort of yeah, it has to be from congenital, some kind of historical thing that is linked to your family, right?
Yeah.
Right? Or you've got some kind of illness.
Okay, so let's go back just a little bit. Okay, so when we're saying about the hair growing, because we've covered this a lot of times, because we have women that are menopausal, we have people with blood pressure, we have people with diabetes, and what I talk about is hair from the inside out. So
that's right.
We can't say, right, okay, we're going to buy all of Morris's products if we're not healthy from inside.
That's right. That's right.
I'm telling women about our menopause, about the balance of being stress-free, sleeping more, having, using more herbs and different things for us to actually clean our body, not depending on tablets. As I said, disclaimer of people who's, got tablets, but it's kind of getting our body used to it. So once our body and everything's good from the roots, then our hair will flourish. But we can't do anything much while it's out. What do you say about that?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it starts with the food, the diet. Do you understand? Yeah. Once you're eating properly, the right type of food, right? The right type of nutrients. Mm-hmm. My products come from that natural base. That sort of natural.
Everything looks. I have to take a minute. How healthy you look. You look after yourself. So you're like, a prime example that when you look after yourself, you exercise, your skin looks great, then
thank you.
Else is a bonus. Then we're just looking after the dead hair that's coming out because it's healthy from the roots going up. So
yeah. So the tonic it basically serves, as an assistant in case you've got like a flaky scalp.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So it just cleanses your flaky scalp over a period of days, or just to kind of refresh your hair, right?
Okay.
And then the oil is a moisturizer as well.
Yes.
As you know, oil is oil, but it's just light oils. I mean, the thing is that what we need to understand when we're dealing with locks and natural hair, we don't need nothing thick and clammy. We just need something light that is able to run through your hair, just like water. Yes. Do you understand?
So because dealing with at the end of the day, that only can so much.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next thing again you need to understand is that, remember, you're dealing with a combination of loose hair that has been binded over a period of 6 months to probably 20 years or 18 years or 10 years. So when you put a lot of clamminess, a lot of clammy oil or a lot of thick grease into it, all what it does, it just creates, like it just mildew it and just make it so the least amount of basically I should say the lighter the product is the better.
Yes.
Right? The lighter the product is the better. So Morris Roots hair product was carefully designed for that purpose.
Right, okay, yes. So it doesn't
right
in. And I know with Locs especially, because they can't have conditioners and things like that, so they need something to move into their hair.
When you do the conditioners, it has to be very light. So we've got a line of leave-in conditioners, but the conditioners that we have it's a very light conditioner. So when it goes into your hair, it literally disappears.
Right.
And it's combined with natural oils and stuff as well. So it does assist, because obviously when you wash your hair, remember it takes away from your scalp. It takes away that sort of pH. Yes. Right? So the conditioner help rebalances that.
Rebalance it.
So
that's what a lot of people, that's what I'm saying. You can't just go to and just say, I'll have this shampoo and I'll have this conditioner, I'll have this, because the pH, from different products just won't balance up, and then you'll find your hair either breaking. You'll even find that people with locks and their locks are rotting away because they
That's
just
right.
anything. I've seen people, and then you see them for years. Say, "What happened to you?" "Oh yeah, this one dropped out." And I'm like, "Well, why is it dropped? What did you use on your hair?" Then their hair is incredibly brown. I'm not saying that hair doesn't get brown, but they get even lighter brown because they're using like any one that's stripping the hair, so it just strips all the oils, all the natural oils away from their hair. But what your product does, it puts everything in. So when it's shampooed, and then the pH like goes down, so it kind of balances everything up, and this is important to healthy locks, and so you don't have not only just snapping off, but also let's talk about people just doing it, just thinking it's done. There is a way to do locks, and when you train people, also think, oh, let me do it thin, or let me do it this way, and then in the end, once the locks grow, they find that they have to keep on joining them because they've done them too thin. Or so it's important to go to somebody like yourself and your shop, to a loctician that knows about locks and not just trying to think.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like building a house, isn't it? Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? If you've got a bricklayer who's gonna build a house, you some people who might look at a bricklayer lay down brick. They
Yeah.
don't understand a foundation comes before the bricklaying,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they might just
They
build
just,
that.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
might just lay the brick down
Yeah.
without a proper foundation, without putting steel in there.
Yes.
So any little problems, it sort of
Uh-huh.
dismantles,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
it
Answer this. We've got Marjorie Jones. She's from America. She's just asked, how do you prevent? Oh, okay. We've just answered that. How do you prevent buildup? Oh, how do you prevent buildup but keep locks moisturized? No, we haven't, and healthy. So yeah, it's the buildup of products, isn't it?
right. Well, how do you prevent buildup?
Right.
In order for you to prevent buildup, you've got to wash your hair properly when
Right.
you go to get your hair washed. Now,
Right.
it have what tends to happen, what creates a lot of buildup as well, is that when you lean back on a sink, right?
Okay.
Most people, not all, but most people will wash your hair very nice on the top and
And then
massage around your massage around the octopus ridge, but not wash the hair truly at the back, because
yes.
remember it's on the top. So what tends to happen, mind you, remember, you are looking at yourself and putting a lot of stuff in front here.
Right.
Everything goes down at the back. So
So
could you imagine,
concentrate on.
over over a period of months and months and months and years, you start getting build up at the back.
Okay.
Most people build up. Most people build up.
And that's
End
because
up at the back. It's not thorough enough. So in order to avoid it, one, I would say, use lighter products,
right.
right? But use it periodically. Don't use products regularly in your hair, because that's gonna also clog and cause buildup,
Okay.
right? So you wanna, and again too, some of the sprays that you might use is a bit too thick. It might attract a lot of debris from
Right.
towels
Okay.
and
So
stuff like that.
something that
Right,
attracts.
lint, yeah. I mean, lint is something. Lint is a disease. You can't get rid of it, even in natural hair. If you just plait your hair, lint comes. Yeah. So lint is unavoidable, but
Right.
you can reduce the amount of lint,
Right. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
By one, using light products,
Hmm.
using it like spaced out. So
Right.
instead of using it 5 times a week, you could use it 3 times a week,
Okay.
right? And try to stay away from just spraying it and then going to bed without it having been properly wrapped. You need to wrap down your hair as well, with a nice cotton or silk,
Silk.
right?
We don't do
Yeah.
because I can't hear you.
Hello.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So making sure that they wrap it at night. Because I like satin. we do like the pillowcases and the satin, so it keeps the moisture in. So you're saying, yeah, use a light products. I'm going to advise you where to get your products from the Morris Roots range in a minute. Just one more. Another question is from Dorothea Hodge. She said, "Can you advise on breakage at the ends? How do you prevent hair breakage on the ends?" I think if I remember, Dorothea has the. I'm sure she has the sister lock. I can't remember if I remember rightly. So yeah, breakage at the ends.
Yeah, but breakage comes in different way, and it depends on the type of breakage that you are talking about. There are breakage that comes, in your hair from bad twisting, right? So because remember, the end of your hair was once the root of your hair, right?
Yes.
Because your locks starts from the end comes up rather than from the root goes out.
That's the beginning.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So the end is actually the beginning, right? On the reverse.
Yes.
So why most of the times people's hair break on the ends is because that it was treated badly in the very beginning, right?
Okay.
And sometimes your hair is the end of your hair is the first to get caught in anything, right?
Yeah.
Or to get pulled on and stuff like that. So most of the times breakage on the end is not a result of anything. It's just sometimes it being caught badly, or it just it's like basically it shreds naturally. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. Right? Unless you have a breakage whereby the hair is thinning because of it being palm rolled too tightly, right? And by palm rolling it, you thin it out.
Okay.
All right. Or if you back comb the hair too much, it breaks. Right. Or if you try to trim the body of the hair, it has different things. You've got to actually see the type of breakage in order for you to advise a client. I can't just say to you, well, this. Do you know what I mean? It depends on what type of breakage that you are talking about. If I understand the type of breakage, I will be able to explain it a bit better.
Okay, so Dorothea Hodge, I need you to get in contact with Morris. Okay, just another question from Marjorie Jones. How often is it okay to color your locks? I do it 3 times a year. Is that often?
Well, first of all, again, I would go back to the type of color. Because if you're talking about color that involves bleaching,
that's right,
or have high percentage of bleaches, for me, I am against it. Yes. I respect the fact that a person want to change the color of their hair through a chemical dye, but if it's a natural dye with 0.5% peroxide, those water-based rinses,
yes,
it's fine. I mean, you could do 3 times because it doesn't have any natural effect on the shaft of your hair, right? Yes. But once you're going into things with peroxide and stuff in there, I mean, you can do it if your roots are strong and all of that. But you know what I mean? It's down to choice. I think it's an unhealthy process. It's just as if you're gonna be perming your hair regularly over a period of time as well. I mean, it's not as harsh.
Yes.
But it's
it changes the dryness, everything.
Yeah, exactly. It dries your hair out. It burns the hair, you know. So you're walking around with bleached hair or like brown hair. The hair will be dry, so it will require a lot more moisture. And the more moisture you put in it, the more moisture and the more conditioner you put in it, creates more buildup, and that sometimes contributes to it breaking. So it's not that you can't or you're not supposed to, but there are consequences, right? When coloring your hair. So 3 times a year to have your hair colored with a peroxide.
She uses probably some bleachy kind of thing in it to get
it. Yes. She would need to do like steam conditioners and stuff as well, oil conditioners.
Yes.
Right? In order to keep the hair moist. Yes. Right? So if you are doing your hair, if you are dyeing it 3 times a year, those are the type of recommendations that I would say um, to kind of also add to the dye,
Okay.
right?
Another question from Kim Williams. She's all the way from Florida, and she says, how do you treat thinning in the middle? So this probably is kind of menopause, or it depends how she's wearing her lock. So what do you suggest? It
Most
depends.
most of the times I've experienced that most of the times locks thins in the middle, as I mentioned, earlier on,
Yeah.
is a result of a person that was ill, became ill over a period of time, and
Right.
then the hair begun to get thin,
Right.
and then as they kind of rebound, as their illness sort of reverse, there's a change with the thickness of their roots, and
Right.
then you start to see the difference, because
Right.
your hair is sometimes a measurement of your health,
Yeah.
right?
I say that all the
It's
time.
right. It's sometimes a measurement.
Yeah. We can only look after. You're freezing, Morris. Morris, I hope we can get him back. He's freezing. Let me see if I can I hope we can get him back. 1 minute. Stay there, ladies. We can't lose Morris. Oh goodness, hold on. I'm gonna add him.
Hello,
Add him again.
I'm here.
Yes, I'm about to. 1 minute. I've got to take this one off. 1 minute. Sorry, because we've got 3 on the screen now. Hold on. Let me take that one off. Yes, that's better. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So yeah. So what was you talking about? Gosh, yeah, the description of that. Yeah. So um yeah, so and again, people when they go through different illnesses, if they've got their lumps and it grows, and then they've either got something with their high blood pressure, diabetes, eventually that hair is going to grow and it's going to weaken. So it's inevitable that you're either going to have a thinner lock or, yeah, a thinner lock or it basically gone really, because I've seen that happen on different people. I think we're please, Morris, we can't lose you. Sorry, ladies, it's live, and we've been really informative with Morris. Hope we can get him back. I think he's switching in and out. Okay, I'll add this one on. Sorry, and then we've got to disconnect this one. We'll remove that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's raining. It's raining heavily.
Yeah.
It's raining heavily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know
Right,
if that's a result of that.
Yeah, maybe, but we won't keep you too long because I know you've got to get your salon ready and everything like that. Yeah. So that's basically. So as we talked about, diet. Diet is very important. We are. Oh my goodness! It's live. It's live. It's live. Okay, can we get it back? This has been very good. I hope you all enjoy this. It's coming. If we don't, I think it's raining where he is, and it's outside his salon. So I think we're very, very fortunate to have Maurice Roots. Yeah, so don't worry if you don't get him then. I think I'm getting him back there.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I know it's a rain. Don't worry about it. Everybody knows it's live. Anything can happen when it's live, you know. But yeah. So Morris, what is your website where people can get all information? Can get yeah, and do you ship worldwide? You know, because we've got people in Florida, in
I can't even
America.
hear.
Can you hear me?
No, I'm not hearing.
Not hearing me? Can everybody hear me? Hold on. Let me check. 1 second. 1 minute. Hello, hello. Yes, my mic's working. I wonder why you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me still? Oh my God, we got to get him back. We got to get him back. I think it's that there's either the internet connection or whatever where he is. Um, but don't worry, man. I'm gonna grab this man. You know, we'll probably be going up to his salon or whatever to go and get him. But you know, I'll ramble on while he sorts himself out. To come, I think he's coming back. I think he's coming back.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you
Yeah,
hear
don't
me?
worry. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy right now.
No, 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 that's minor, minor. This is the age we in right now, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Maurice, so do you ship internationally for your products?
Yeah, we've got a website, and we also have a business page on Facebook.
Right.
So yeah, so we ship products everywhere, and we've also got swimming caps that I created like back in 2003.
I was looking at that. So right, okay. Let me just kind of like make a confession because I've got a couple of clients and what we used to do, we used to go swimming, but then we used to wear the swimming caps, but then it still used to get through. So we just said, well, it's either swimming cap, swimming, or we grow our hair. So we decided to grow our hair because we couldn't get a swimming cap. So tell me about your swimming caps because my gosh, I just
Yeah,
said
what
my life should be more important, but so is my hair, you know?
yeah, what happened is like the same thing. I mean, people, it was a need within the industry.
Yes,
And at the time it was very expensive to create because I had to create a mold,
right.
and pay for the mold. So some people would say, oh, it's 30 pounds is a lot. But I actually put out at the time in order to create it, it was the mold alone was 15,000 at the
15
time because 15,000 US at the time.
what? Whoa, gosh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Digest for them to
What
create the
kind of
mold.
profit? £50 if it's a good swimming cap. Gosh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but the cap is properly. I've got clients who have their caps for the past 10 years,
Oh
right?
my gosh. Like we need
And yeah, you could now the thing about it with the cap is that it could last for 10 seconds. You just have to know how to put it on. But
right.
once you know how to put it on and take it off, it will last you a lifetime.
So
Because it's
so
even for me,
yes.
I designed that for myself because I going home every year. I like swimming. Do you
And
understand what I'm saying to you?
can't go Trinidad and not go in the water. I don't
Exactly,
say, oh, I'm just gonna skinny dip. No, 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 no. You need to go
exactly,
in.
exactly. So but it's a very, very it actually sticks onto your forehead,
Oh
right?
wow.
So water doesn't seep through. Do you understand? I mean,
I
I can test anybody on that. I mean, I've made over 20,000 of those. I probably sold about half of it all around the world
oh
already.
no, but I'm getting it in. I'm getting it in. Oh
Yeah,
my,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
seriously. The
I'm gonna
swimming.
send you. I'm gonna send you one. Send me your address. I'm gonna send you one.
Oh great. Oh, don't get jealous. I'm gonna not know my swimming because I need to. You know, I'm getting trying to get my health up, and I enjoy swimming, but I just couldn't because you know all the then you have to go and then you have to make sure it's balanced up. It was just too much, you know. So yeah, that's gonna be a good one because we're just like no. So that's good that you're thinking of us, and that's what I like is that, when we decide, let's go back to the products and just say we're going to just buy products for the fashion of it, or just for the smell of it, or the look of the bottle. What we've got to do, and I tell my people all the time, is to invest in products where, like you, we can speak to the owner, the CEO of it, and you're passionate about what ingredients are going in there, and it works. It's not, you haven't got all that gunk in there, all the sulfates and things that strip the hair away, because you understand our hair, and you're wearing it. So somebody European can't really understand our hair the way we can. So again,
My hair products is actually made up of the formula is made up with 90% shea butter. That came that actually came from the villages of Kumasi, right? So
Ghana,
yeah,
yes,
in Ghana, yeah. And again, for me, although
just
I work with like chemists, like seed chemists and stuff, my raw material
yes,
has
yes.
to be from the motherland. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
And
So
Africa
it's, yeah, it's very, very important. Yeah, for me, again, I am very passionate about the mother. I always say that the woman, the mother, the foundation, because without that there is nothing. You see what I'm saying to you?
it's
Right?
nothing
So that's the honor. You
at the
understand?
beginning. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So the hair product comes from that kind of source. So
right, yeah,
putting the ingredients into a product is
yes,
very important for the consumer, for the customer,
sense,
right? Yeah,
base,
which is why that I've never had the product sold outside of the salons.
right,
I've always kept it within. I mean, you do want revenue stream and stuff, but I've always kept it quite modest and just use it within that kind of boundaries. I mean, we have loads of internet sales and stuff, and people buy them from, from the bottom of South Africa to, New Zealand and Australia. But the point is that our stuff is very, very it's very good. For the only little part of our stuff that you can't do anything about is the shampoos, because the shampoos and conditioner, it
isn't
has
it?
something called
Yeah,
so yeah, you have to, if you want shelf life, you have to chemicalize it. Else
yeah,
else you've got, just have it
no
frozen
choice.
or have it in the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
you
So
have it in the fridge all the time, so you got to have
right,
things
right, right, exactly.
to
But when
have.
it comes to like your, yeah, but when it comes to like your oils and your sheens and your pomade,
Yes.
you can go all the way natural with that. Do you understand what I'm saying to
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
I
You
you
can
know, yeah.
go.
So our product is very much like that. You
Yeah,
know,
and I've sampled
you
some
know,
of your products, and they're very smooth, and you just know even when you put it on your hand, you could use it as a body cream. And how
exactly.
smooth it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Remember scalp is skin, People need to understand that. So the same thing that you put it in your hair, you can put on your skin.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And
Some people are very fussy about putting stuff in the hair and thinking, oh no, I can't put it on my skin.
yeah,
If you worried about putting the same thing in your hair as in your skin, then don't use it at all in your hair.
it's kind. That's what I'm saying. That we've got to look after our scalp. Like I
Yeah,
see my skin, my face, my scalp's supposed to look like that at all. And
yeah,
that's
that's
my
right.
Maurice, and the way your scalp is, because you can just see directly in the parts that
Yeah,
it's all coming down. So if you can't or you're feeling all rigid and the thick skin there, you wouldn't have that on your face. And if you had, unless you've got, eczema or psoriasis or anything like that, but you'll still be making sure that it's hydrated right, and it's good. So that's how we've got to look at it. Like it's not a different extension. All this, everything, it's all part. Our neck, our scalp, it's all. And the same way we look after it, then it's the same way we have to embrace it, and then we can enjoy our hair. So yeah, it's good, Morris. I'm glad. I called because I said I've got it after the salon opened. You be like, V, why Mary Sunday little corner you can have me, you know what I mean? But yeah, your what can you just tell us our your website, and then I'll write it down afterwards anyway. What's it the website address?
Well, it's www.morris-roots.com or -roots.com,
Yeah,
and all the handles is basically Morris Roots. Twitter, Instagram,
Instagram.
Facebook. They're all. We've actually got a product shop on the Morris Roots Facebook business
Yes, I
page.
see that. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so people could go on there and just buy products directly.
Get
You know,
your products
yeah.
from you. Yeah.
But one of the things I just want to sort of say to people with locks,
Hmm.
regardless to who you go to as your loctician or lock technician, always remember that when they wash your hair to make sure and have the back of it washed thoroughly as well, because that does help to sort of alleviate the buildup. And
Yeah.
try to use less heavier products. Just use a little bit of oil and sheen. That's all your hair really needs. And
Much.
more concentrate on your health intake. If you
Yeah.
can do a bit of fasting, if you can do a bit of fasting as well, fasting does help, because
Stimulate. Yeah.
what fasting does, it breaks down sort of old cells and rebuild new ones. And
Yeah.
it also, it depends on the length of your fast. It does give you that sort of autophagy, and you know what I mean, build new stem cells and stuff. So that does help heal you from the inside. So
Yes.
products only serve like a sort of, like I said to you, like a kind of moisturizer for the
Yeah.
for the outside. If the earth isn't proper, then a plant can't grow. Do you
That's
understand?
That's right. I mean, we've got this guy, and I'm trying to get him, Patrick Delves. You must have heard of him. He's like a Dr. Sebi, and he talks about the things that we eat and not eating certain foods with whatever, but more plant-based foods.
Yeah, more alkaline stuff.
Alkaline stuff. So I've kind of changed my whole thing, like and I actually feel more energetic and more alive, because I'm kind of like we're on this challenge where I'm telling everybody drink your water minimum 2 liters a day. So I tend to drink between 2 to 4 liters, and having my lemon water and all that kind of thing, and my salads and my veg. And actually, I feel good. I feel that I don't have to say, right, okay, I've got to have this and I've got to have that. Just using my body as a medicine, because with all this corona thing going on, we've got to look on our food as our medicine, and kind of set up our body, our immune system, and strengthen it. Because I don't even like, not even paracetamol. Like, that's like a big thing for me. So it's kind of like, well, once we do that automatically, then our hair will just automatically say, right, okay, let's do this. And it goes for people who's got blood pressure and diabetes. That there's things that you can do to heal, but that's another program, and another thing's all about the nutrition of us. But basically, Maurice, I love you. I love your passion about hair. I mean, me being in it 30 years is kind of like, I can still talk about it, because there's a lot that we don't know, and a lot that we have to know. So anybody with locks, you do natural hair there too, don't you?
Yeah, like I said earlier on, Locs is natural hair. So we are a Locs and natural hair salon. I think the thing about it is that there is a bit of a you know mis it's misinformation that goes around, that there's this kind of community that Locs and natural hair. You know what I mean? Or Locs separates from natural hair. Locs is not and Locs is. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying to you? So I think sometimes what tends to happen is that a lot of baby boomers, and well, not baby boomers, rather, you've got the millennials, you call them, sorry,
Millennials,
who
yeah.
who come out, and enough respect to them, because
Yes.
some of my children are. But the thing is that they try to separate the locks from the natural hair, and it
Right.
creates a bit of confusion with people who are now joining that sort of league.
that
So a
kind of
person
thing.
with yeah. So we need to keep the Locs and Natural Hair as family because
Yeah,
it is the same thing. You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's the
You
same thing.
know,
For me, I mean, I know a bit about locks. I've got my best friend Xavier. I started his locks. I know a bit about it, but I'm not knowledgeable in depth about somebody who does it every day, kind of thing. So I think that's the only different thing to it. Some people can say, right, but some people don't even know how to manage, the two. So education and knowledge is everything about it. So, I mean, people who deal with just plaiting and just normal twisting, then they should know all of this so then they can handle both. They know how to do the one strand twist. So people training, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people's locks get and natural hair get messed up because they haven't got the knowledge of how to handle natural hair because it's a skill within itself. You know what I mean? Because we grow up and I grew up with like all these like putting Vaseline on my hair and Afro sheen and all those kind of things. But then you learn that this ain't great for your hair. So it's training. I think that people's got to train on it. So oh, your loctician Carol Thompson said the loctician used to work for you. Um, Name him. um, okay, yes, yeah. Carol Thompson said cut out meat and fish. Yes, so okay, Morris has said his website, morris-roots.com, and you can get his products there. But Morris, like, big respect to you. And again, we'll do this again because honestly, I've learned a lot, and I can't wait for my swimming hats. So I'll be swimming again. So I'll be saving someone's life instead of drowning. I don't know for the mercy of my hair. So thanks for coming and all the best in your salon. Many blessings, and it's our new normal now. It's our new normal, and things are changing. So us hairdressers, boy, you're gonna be twisting, man, because you got some people looking like lion. Oh my God, you got work.
yeah, that's gonna be back to normal in about 4 weeks.
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah, because at the end,
opening
huh?
Monday.
No, we are opening on Saturday.
Right. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So
All. That's why. We've had 3 months to prepare the salons.
yes.
I mean, with because when they came with the three, with that rule, we already predicted that they would have opened.
Right.
So what we started doing, we started putting certain things in place. We
Okay.
started to look at other places that had put stuff in place, look at their PPEs and stuff, and that's what we were doing. So we were just embracing all the information
Okay.
that we could, just to keep, what I mean. Obviously, if you rush and try to open and don't have the right information and somebody gets sick,
Again, because
you
people
have
get
you have to shut down. So our main focus is that kind of. I mean, we've got screens that's to show you. People may think that is fear, but it's basically protection. We need
right.
to protect our people. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So we have gone all the way. I mean, the laws and rules have been relaxed to 1 meter, but still we want to
2 meters.
we want to, yeah. So we've got our appointment set at specific times, and we've spoken to the clients who would be coming in that they have to literally confirm what they are having. Whereas before you could have just come in and a person would spend
Like you
two,
said,
3 hours on you.
yes,
No,
yes.
now it's not that. You've got to confirm that appointment time and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So it's
One of the reasons,
at the moment.
pardon me?
It's appointment only at the moment.
Yes. One of the reasons why that we haven't opened our online booking is because you can't speak to the customer, right? So what we have done, although it's technology and all of that, we know how important it is right now to every customer who it is you talking to. You want to have a conversation with them, right?
That's
The,
yeah.
the online booking thing is all fancy, but it's not
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Just press. Yeah.
Yes, it's not fine because you can do that when everything balance out, right?
Yes.
When you don't have certain things that are not are not abnormal. But for
Mhm.
now, we have our lines open for the past week where we having conversations with clients and asking them their whole sort of like exposure.
Got- yeah, you've got to because I think like with my clients, I have to find out, because I do freelance, so I don't do it on a big scale anymore. But you got to find out if they've had it, if their families had it, like all of this, and they've got to be totally honest.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah,
sacrifice everybody else, because
yeah.
they're not honest.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? So I know hygiene and everything is key.
Yeah,
But again, get your ginger, your lemon and your lime, and keep your immune system strong. But you know what? We give the Almighty thanks that we're here, and we're just here. You know what I mean? 43,000 gone, and we're still here. So it's just that the highest thanks. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go, and we love you, man. I'm telling you, everybody. Somebody even asking you what you use on your skin. You say water, drink water.
yeah. Shea butter.
Shea butter.
Yeah,
I love shea butter. So that's all good. All
yeah.
right,
Morris
so
Roots.
let's do this again, man. And yeah,
100%, 100%, 100%. And,
oh,
thanks for having me. And
yeah,
I mean,
man.
yeah, and
Next
yeah,
time,
very, very,
you know.
yeah. I'm grateful to be here. I mean, I was kind of like away for 3 months. I hadn't touched social media. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because I wanted to kind of spend some time with myself, reflecting on the business.
And that's important. It's so
Yeah,
important to be looking into yourself, and for me, it was a blessing because you
indeed.
look into yourself, and again, you're getting to know yourself, and all different things, and you're coming out on the other side and saying, right, okay, you're ready to embrace what's coming. You know what I mean? Because
That's right. That's right.
mentally, everything you have to connect with yourself. So it's good and it shows. Yeah. So all
Yeah,
right.
and I mean this is our 20 years anniversary as well for the salon. So you know what I mean?
Oh, so
Yeah, one love.
virtual party. Congratulations. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
that's
Yeah,
really good. So
yeah.
Maurice,
Blessed love to
you
all of
know,
your people,
let's
and
say
yeah, one love and
all
thank
right.
you, thank you,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right.
Yeah,
Bye.
bless. Yeah.
Yes, so guys, oh my goodness, wasn't that amazing? That was absolutely amazing. Maurice Roots. This video is going to be up so everybody can really have a look at it. I think we were streaming from YouTube as well. So if you want to have a look at it over and over again, he is Maurice Roots, www.maurice-roots.com. Great person that I met through my friend Hazel Jordan, because we've done the great hair debate before. And this man, he knows his stuff. He's like, he can go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So I thought, let's just keep it light because he'll go right back because he knows his thing. So he hasn't just opened his salon because it's just, I just want to make money. He's opened it on the base that I know what it's all about, and then he keeps educating himself and know his history and everything like that. And that's why I like to have people on this show who has products. It's not just about my products or what, but has products who are passionate about it. So you see, shea butter again. We use shea butter largely in our products too, because again, it's something that is natural. It's from the earth. Where and where it's coming from, because it's not. There's a lot of shea butter that's full of water and different fillers. So you've got to know where you're getting it from. So people with locks, Maurice Roots, he's your man. He's your man. Where you go and he would look after it, and if it's not right in some areas, he's trained them enough where he's strict enough to say, right, okay, every loctician knows what they're doing. So yeah, I guess this is it. I am going to be back tomorrow. I purposely didn't do any live this week because I just want to put all my energy into this and bring you just great information about your hair, learning about yourself, and knowing about being healthy from the inside out. Because we only can treat the hair once it's out, but once it's in, we've got to really just. I mean, our bodies. We've got to really look at it and just take more time with what we're eating. Our water intake. As I said, we're trying to get Patrick Dells, but if I don't get it, please follow him. One of his recipients is KG Holistics, who I get my CMOS, and she can advise you on different things to use your food as a medicine. What to do in the mornings, and your wound cleanse and things like that. A lot of things that I'm learning about the body, and as I said, I've got lots of weight to lose, but I don't want to just I don't just want to lose weight. I want to be healthy because I'm the one who they will say, right, okay, you've got to live on 10 tablets a day. And that won't be my story. My story is that I will not have tablets. I don't like paracetamol. It's got to be like so bad that I have no choice. And I can count on one hand about how many paracetamols and all that I had in my lifetime. So, ladies, it's not just right. Yes, we're going to get our hair done, but this is a different page where I'm passionate about your health. People who's got fibroids, follow Patrick Dells, like follow him. KG Holistics, she's like the UK based one. But Patrick Dells, he talks about the different things and lets you understand your colon and things. If you've got diabetes, how to deal it with natural things. So for me, where there's a problem, there is a solution. So we've got to really just get on it, and because and I think why I'm really passionate about it, because we've got 43,000 people gone, it's gone in the UK, in different America, it's worse there. So it makes me realize that okay, so if I'm unhealthy, then something's going to make us, it's going to sweep us away because we're not ready. We're not ready, and we haven't made things ready. So although yes, we want our hair great and everything like that, when you're inside and you're saying, right, okay, I'm drinking my water, I know what I'm eating, and everything I eat is strategic, not just saying, right, I mean, every now and again, yes, within reason, you spoil yourself. And I'm not even just talking about us who's overweight, or just you might think, well, I'm a size 10, but you could be a size 10 and very unhealthy, and things inside you, and then you get ill from something else, and you're stressed through something else. Like the other day, I wasn't feeling that great within myself because of situations going on, but then I had to kind of pick myself up, and then the foods that you eat that keep you going, they keep you like saying, right, okay, not like keep you down in a certain position or whatever. When they say, oh yeah, I'm comfort eating or whatever, comfort eating is like I'm feeding my stress basically. So when you're eating those carbs or whatever, then you're kind of downing yourself, if that's even a word. But you're making yourself even more stressed, thinking, right, I'm eating, and when you're eating and you're putting all that weight on, then it's kind of like, it gets like that. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're here, I'm so glad that you're here and you had the chance to listen to Morris. And I'm going to get my swimming hats, and I'm really, really grateful because I don't know, when they're gonna open swimming baths or anything like that. But I want to get away. I want some Jamaica. I need some Jamaica. I need some sun, like, there, and hopefully go in the sea there. So if you want to swim, and you want one of these swimming hats, then it's all there on his website. So until tomorrow, I will see you at 6:30 tomorrow. That will be my last one for the week. And then next week, because we're coming out of lockdown, then it'll be more likely that it'll be towards the end of the week, Thursday and Friday, because people are, gosh, they're like, they need their hair done because I don't think they even recognize themselves, but for those hairdressers that are going back, all the best, and just pray and stay blessed in whatever you're doing. Those of you who are going back to work, it's kind of a touch and go. We've got to be careful about wearing our PPE, keeping our immune system as strong as we can get it. If you don't know the research, the government isn't telling you about keeping your immune system um, great. They're just telling you just stand 2 meters away. But there's more than just standing 2 meters away. It's looking after you, your family, your immune system, and making sure you are safe at all times. Like, I know in England, it's like there's, they're going on like nothing's ever happened. But we've had a pandemic here and across the world, and don't even don't slack and don't forget to remember your gloves, remember your mask, and remember to mask up. KG Holistic was telling me about doing peppermint inhalation, so you get things out of your system. So do not slack at all, because I don't want to lose not one. I don't want not one of you to say, "Oh, this person, anything's happened to them." So be safe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.